introduce you to the 5 questions to ask families tip sheet. These 5 questions are a great way to introduce yourself to the families, learn about them, and start forming a relationship. It also gives you really great information about their child so that you can support them more easily in the program. The first question is, what does your child do that makes you smile? What parent doesn't want to answer that? And you follow up with, well, what are the things that your child does that makes them happy or makes them smile? This gives us a really good idea about what their interests are and where we might be able to plug them in to the program so that they're comfortable. The third question is, what are the things that makes your child upset? And it's really important to know this so we can plan ahead. And we'll follow up with, what does it look like when your child is upset? And you might ask some follow-up questions as well. When we get that information, then we would ask, what can we do to help your child when they're feeling upset? What helps them calm or feel better?
Well, Kat, thank you so much for coming to our open house this evening.
Yeah, it was cool.
Great. And I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk with me about Cole so I can learn a little more about him. So tell me, what are some of the things that Cole does that make you smile?
Oh, I love that question. He's very funny, very, very funny. I love how kind he can be and how happy pleasing other people makes him.
So tell me about some of the things that he enjoys doing then. So what makes Cole smile?
Cole loves being around other kids, and nothing I think makes him happier than knowing he is welcome and part of the group. He loves playing with his sister, and he has a cat, Daisy, and Daisy sleeps with him every night, so that's definitely something he loves.
It's great. So as you're thinking about him coming into after school, when you're thinking about the program, is there anything that you're worried about or that you think that might be difficult for him to do here in the program?
He's going to be a kindergartner, so I think you're going to have a lot of kindergartners coming that are really tired and overwhelmed, and he's used to naps, and he's not going to have them, and you've got a lot of really big kids that might scare him, and there's just a lot of bodies, a lot of noise. I think it's, it might be overwhelming for him.
Okay. So tell me how we'll know if he's starting to feel overwhelmed. What will that look like? What will some of those signs be that we can be looking for?
Yeah, well, it's funny because he's the opposite of his sister. Like, his sister would be quiet. He will start bouncing off the walls and, will not listen, will not be able to calm down. And it will look like he's feeding on it and loving it, but I almost feel like it's too much.
So then what do you think we can do to support him? How will we help him through sort of that feeling of bouncing off the walls and kind of helping his body relax a little bit more?
If you could give him the option to be in quieter spaces, or maybe not with as many other kids around, and maybe even just having an adult check in with him and say, "Are you doing okay? What do you need? Are you cool where you are?" I mean, I don't know. You're the expert. I'm the mom. You guys figure it out, and I just want to pick him up happy at 6:00 and get homework done if you can. But if not, it's okay.
Well, we definitely want him to be happy too. And I think that as the mom, you are the expert on your child. And the things that you have just shared with me briefly have been so helpful. And I think I've gotten to learn a little bit more about Cole. And I think the information that you gave us will be very useful in supporting him if we see any of those things start to pop up. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me this evening.
Thank you. I hope you like him. Be nice to him. He's a good kid.
Sure, we'll love him. Thank you.
I hope you were able to notice during the conversation how forthcoming the parent was with the director sharing information about her child. It's really important that we form that relationship and base our conversations on the child or the youth and not on behaviors that we're concerned about. Using this approach forms those relationships and relaxes the parent so it's easier for them to share that information. Also, you don't have to ask the questions exactly as they're written. You can use conversational tones and just let the conversation flow naturally. I would also like to reinforce that anybody can use these questions. Teachers, directors, volunteers, coaches, anyone who's working with children or youth can use these questions to talk about the child and get the information they need to help the child be successful and to form those relationships with families.